Hello and welcome back to With Wands Tarot. My name is Carmen, and today we've got a reading for you about, it would appear it's justice related or whether or not somebody is being dishonest with you. We've got this cloud card, number 6, and then number 13 is the girl. Now this can talk about new beginnings, but I'm feeling like this is more so whether or not somebody is innocent. They are saying that they're innocent, they're saying they have good intentions, or telling you they did this or didn't do that, but there's still some uncertainty here. It's like, okay, I would like to trust you, but I'm gonna have to go and check the records, check some information, see what the data says, Let's call in spirit with a little bit of wind chime. I hope you're having a good day so far. Hello, upper echelon. If you're interested in a personal reading, my email address is in the description box below. And we're going to start with the signs of the times. For those of you that saw my post about the new Dr. Pepper, just to confirm for you, it's delicious and I have one right now. The unfortunate thing is when they have those new flavors, you have to get the 12 packs. I don't really like cans, but sometimes you have to do it. This is the bullseye, number 40, and it's about focus. Number 34, sunflower action. I feel like this is somebody who's about to get to the truth, about to uncover something, because they're determined to actually ask questions or satisfy this curiosity. Again, I want to believe you're innocent, but are you? Are you really? So it feels like somebody's doing some investigating or asking around, maybe even just consulting with their intuition, but it's definitely I need to process this or get some additional information. Good morning, Kiki Treller. How are we doing today? This is the Morgan Greer. We've got the Empress, the Star, and the Ace of Pentacles. That's some really beautiful energy. So I also love that we have the sunflower, because this is, making me think of beauty. And I don't know, I can't really tell. I think those are cattails that the Empress has, but I don't know what flower she's holding. Generally, we do see a lot of sunflowers in the tarot. So it kind of makes me feel like we've got somebody who may be not trusted because of what they look like, or because they have some level of recognition or fame even. But this Empress has really good energy. It could be whether or not, or it could be that this Empress is the one trying to decide whether or not somebody is innocent, right? Wow. For those keeping track, the third card that I pulled was the Ace of Pentacles. Now I have the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Swords. There are 4 aces out of 78 cards. To pull 3 of them in a row in the upright, no less, it's kind of a big deal. So this is saying you've got an opportunity, and this feels like genuine. Somebody who's transparent, somebody who wants to be compassionate or caring. This is like coming through as the stars aligning, right? And then we've got the Devil in the reverse and the Ace of Wands in the reverse. This is somebody who's hesitant to believe they can trust because they have been betrayed or disappointed so many other times. But again, with the Devil in the reverse, this feels to me like you've actually got somebody who is genuine. Hello, Peggy. Hello, Illuminati. Hello, Iris. How are we doing? Hello, Lighting the Dark. How's your day? So we've got the Seven of Cups in the reverse and the Eight of Wands in the reverse. This is good. Okay, so I wanted to really feel confident about who you are before, I don't know, I open up or before I consider, a relationship or dating you. But this Empress feels now that they have clarity where previously it was kind of hazy, right? I don't really know whether or not I can trust you. So I've been waiting until I have this clarity before I take action or before I answer. I need to figure out whether or not you're a good person, and then I'll figure out what I want. It kind of feels to me like this person expected to find that this person who has expressed interest was maybe another person that hasn't really healed or isn't on their level, because we have the Empress and now we have the Emperor in the reverse and the Tower. So it's like, this is somebody who's very selective. I don't want to spend any time with you unless you're an emperor. Now, this doesn't have to be gender focused. So this Empress could be anyone, right? But I don't want to get into any kind of romantic connection unless somebody has demonstrated that when they make an offer, it's because they're looking for love or they genuinely want to fall in love, and they can be honest with me and they've let go of the things that have blocked them. Otherwise, it's a no for me. So this is somebody who's very, very selective. Like, you don't get access to this Empress unless you demonstrate some real stuff. Hello, Mark. How are you doing? We've got Judgment in the reverse and the Knight of Wands in the reverse. This person that they're thinking about, this person that they're like analyzing, or, let's do a background check, whatever it is. There is an assumption initially that this is somebody who maybe isn't really more than a distraction, that maybe this is a physical attraction and not a spiritual connection. But with Judgment in the reverse, this is like you judge something too quickly or you jump to conclusion, or this person is going back and feeling like they need to do like a reassessment or reevaluate the situation because they may have assumed something was not so great when maybe they are. This is the Santa Muerte. It's entirely possible. What else do we have? So we have the Three of Wands and the High Priestess. Waiting for a sign. So normally this Three of Wands has somebody who's standing at the edge of a shore, looking off at the horizon, and it can indicate somebody who might be waiting or can indicate somebody who's taking action. But this particular one has a little skeleton bird who's got an envelope. So it feels to me like this Empress is realizing it's time to communicate something because they do feel like intuitively they understand the situation better, or they feel like they can trust someone. The Star again, and the Six of Pentacles. This feels like the Empress is basically saying, okay, actually it feels to me like you have done a lot of healing, like you have a lot of self-awareness, that you are compassionate or considerate of others. Maybe this is somebody worth spending a little bit more time with. I would like to get to know them better. So this is some action being taken because they feel like this is somebody that meets those high standards, right? We've got the Six of Swords in the reverse and the Queen of Swords in the reverse. But it does kind of feel like maybe this Empress has recently or does have like a little incident of like initial rejection. I assume the worst about you. I push you away. I reject you, or nah, just I'm gonna keep you away from me, right? I'm not really interested in you knowing anything else. There's definitely a boundary, and I do think that the person they're trying to figure out might be a little bit like, oh, okay, so you're a little paranoid. They may feel like this Empress is a little too cautious, but it's almost like they're amused by it. I don't feel like they're super put off by it. They're just kind of like, it's okay. I get it. You probably get a lot of, comments or text messages from people that are like not super trustworthy. So I think they're more amused than offended. We've got the Four of Cups in the reverse and Justice. The more they find out about this person, it's captivating for this Empress High Priestess energy, because they do get a sense, they could be dealing with an air sign, but they do get a sense that this is somebody who is principled, someone who has maybe a similar so I was saying the Empress is super selective, right? You got to be all these things before I will let you into my inner circle. They may find exactly their match in somebody in terms of, I also have like a rubric and I grade people, or I also have like a process. I think this Empress is going to be a little bit amused because they have a process they have to go through as well. Or the person that they've been trying to, kind of figure out is trying to figure them out too. Can I trust you? But there's this King of Pentacles in the reverse, Ten of Swords. And this could be somebody in the Empress's sphere or the person they're interested in. Or both. The reason we have very selective people is because of the King of Pentacles in the reverse energy that they've both encountered in their previous friendships or romantic relationships. They've experienced plenty of betrayal. So there could be, we might see the Hermit. We could have some kind of isolated or my inner circle is very small kind of people, right? Like I don't make a lot of friends because you can't trust a lot of people. We've got Temperance. This is somebody who might be, they're seen by their friends or family as a peacemaker. This is somebody who knows how to mediate successfully and creates peace or serenity for themselves and others. They may be seen as an earth angel. Two of Wands. When they realize that this love interest is kind of on the same level, it's like they view it as a dance, like, oh, someone worthy. Okay. Let's see how it goes then. They're kind of amused, right? I don't know. This all seems very playful between these two. This is the Edgar Allan Poe. Hello, Ground Zero. How are you doing? Three of Wands in the reverse. Five of Cups. And the Ten of Swords in the reverse. I backed away, or I, hesitated. I didn't want to trust you because I've been burnt before. But then I asked myself if maybe I had cut you out a little too soon, if maybe I had jumped to a conclusion, maybe I assumed that you were interested in distractions when really you're principled or you have a focus, you have a purpose. I'm trying to remember who. Somebody said the most attractive quality you could find in a potential mate is that that person has a purpose or has identified their path and they're like super motivated by it or dedicated to it, right? A cause, a sense of why you're here. And I do think that both of these people have that. Eight of Pentacles in the reverse, Empress. Excuse me. And the King of Swords. There's something here about your work that is misunderstood. And that may have made things extra kind of interesting in terms of these two trying to figure each other out, right? But there is, for whatever it is that you do, a sense that both of you have a level of expertise in whatever you do. Thank you for the blessings. Hello, Danny. How are you doing? Hello, daughter of Saturn. How's it going? I do feel like you have either an unconventional approach to what you do, or maybe you own your own business. Maybe you have an unconventional schedule. That could potentially be a block for connections as well, but I feel like it wouldn't be with this person. So we now have three, well, actually four. So the Empress is number 3 in the tarot, and then we also have Three of Wands, Three of Swords, all in the same column. So the number 3 could be really important. You may be seeing 333. We also have number 13 at the beginning. We have the Hanged Man accompanying the Three of Swords in the reverse. What I wanted to see wasn't actually there. And when I look back again, when I really think about who you are, what you've shown me, I realize that maybe I need to change my perception of you. Maybe I need to update my assessment, right? Because the Hanged Man is somebody who's okay with changing their perspective. They're upside down, you know? This is somebody who realizes after they have a sense of regret, oh man, I think I like pushed somebody away who's actually quite genuine. I assumed that they were lying or that they couldn't possibly be who I thought they were. And because of that, now I've lost them. Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. Nine of Swords and the Tower. So I'm going to be upset and I can't really stop thinking about it. I should really go talk to this person. So one of the two, probably the Empress, is realizing, okay, I was probably unfair or I misjudged this person, and the right thing to do is to have a conversation and let that person know I would like to like talk to them some more, or even maybe they feel they need to apologize. This is the Kipper. Maid Mail and Sudden Wealth. Number 1 and number 11, by the way. So 3 ones. And then number 23, Courthouse. So this is interesting. This person may have hid their money. Maybe this Empress didn't want anybody to know that they have money, or maybe their love interest doesn't flaunt that they have money. But I do feel like there's someone who lives kind of modestly, even though they could do otherwise if they wanted to. They don't really like showing off money. Coffin, thoughts in the reverse. Distant horizons. Yeah. They don't know how to stop thinking about you. And maybe same is true on the other side, right? Even though there's distance between these two, they're still thinking about each other. This is the Romance Angel Oracle. Thank you, Peggy. It is safe for you to love. Open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. Release your ex. The time has come to clear your energy. For many of you, what stands in the way of your really accepting this love interest is there's someone from your past that you're still maybe wanting to come back around. So this person that you have maybe been just a little bit too harsh in terms of, are you good enough kind of thing. It might be because you're a little hesitant to let go of somebody else. Don't hate me. I just want you to be happy. But this person, I kind of feel like, to be honest, the Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Cups, Ace of Swords, Devil in the reverse that came out at the very beginning, shoot, maybe even the Star. I kind of feel like this is like the same thing as these 3 sevens, right? Hitting the jackpot at a casino. This person is the real deal, and this Empress is benefiting from divine timing. It is the right time for them to be in a healthy relationship. So this person shows up, and that might be, it might be like difficult for you to like believe your luck. Like, wait, really? Are you really that awesome? Hello, is it Paola? I hope you're having a good day. Pay attention to the red flags and stay optimistic about your love life. The risk here is many of you may struggle to let go of this person from your past. And that could effectively bar you from this new person or this relationship that is headed towards you. This person who is genuine. That's the reason we have stay optimistic about your love life. Just because one thing doesn't work out doesn't mean that something else won't. And it could be that part of why we have somebody that's a little extra sensitive or selective is they were recently hurt. This is the Love Oracle. Okay, but wait, is that an R now? No. Now I'm confused. Is that a typo? All right. What else do we have? Breaking point, limit, final straw, and overwhelmed. This Empress has worked to heal from a situation with somebody that made them feel like they couldn't really trust, made them question whether they should be pursuing love at all, which is why we have this stay optimistic, right? Don't give up on the idea that somebody could be good to you. And then you find somebody right after this breaking point, you find somebody that you're very attracted to, somebody who's charming, somebody who's actually kind-hearted. And then the other word on here is graceful. Oh, and beauty. So apparently you think they're cute too. We've got confusion, uncertain, unclear, unsure. Yes, you're great. Yes, it seems like you actually are a good person. But if I accept that you're a good person, does that mean I have to really let go of that person from my past? I was so used to them always being there in the background of my mind. So we have divine feminine, oddly similar colors, don't you think? The divine feminine energy is dealing with this confusion. That could also be why we had the clouds at the very beginning. As I see or start to understand that this person that I'm getting to know is actually like a catch, a really good person, I start to feel a little bit uncomfortable or uncertain, because then does that mean this other thing is completely over because this is somebody worth waiting for? Hello, Maribel. How are you doing? Oh my gosh, I didn't know that. That's so cool. Okay, Raola. I hope I said that right. Thank you for teaching me that. I love languages. What else do we have? We've got sorrow, loss, grief, and depression. Even with the happiness around finding somebody that is good and honest and loving, this Empress is experiencing some grief or depression, letting go or releasing that past person. We've got healing and releasing. Forgive yourself. It's okay to be feeling feelings about letting something go. You don't have to feel guilty about that. Process those emotions. Maybe you want to write some things down, and then it's up to you to decide whether or not it's appropriate to talk about this other, like this past person, with the new person that's come into your life. You decide those boundaries, right? But this is something I feel like some of you are going to feel guilty about. Whether it's I feel guilty for finding someone else and leaving this person behind, or I feel guilty for still thinking about this person who didn't really treat me that well when I find somebody who wants to treat me well. Intimacy, bonding, sensual and confiding, withdrawn, single, lonely, and solitary. So I'm getting to know this new person. I'm finding them to be captivating and enchanting. I am enjoying letting them get to know me and getting to know them, but I can't help but feel bad because somewhere out there is that person from my past, and they're probably lonely and wondering whether or not they'll ever get to see me again. You're going to have to forgive yourself. So we have boundaries. You created these boundaries between you and the person from your past because they were not willing to do right by you. No, drawing the line and enough. You told them you'd had enough because they weren't willing to invest. They may be coming back around because we've got the return card coming out. Second chance, opportunity, and making amends. For some of you, you're going to be caught because you are hung up on the idea that this person will return. And that daydream prevents you from moving forward with somebody who's real, right in front of you, who wants to do right by you. Choose the 3D, not the 5D. I'm not saying you shouldn't pay attention to your intuition. Dreams and all of those things, those are important. But when you have to choose between somebody's potential and somebody who's real and genuine right in front of you, go with the reality. This is somebody who has a desire to see if something could happen in terms of that past connection, who's struggling to accept that maybe the right thing for them to do is to let that go and pursue a second chance with somebody else, right? Maybe that second chance that's supposed to happen isn't with the same person, but rather it's a second chance at love with somebody who is better suited to what you're looking for, or more similar in terms of their pursuit of healing and being compassionate. Cloudy judgment, illusions, unbalanced and distorted. and distance, separation, space, and blockage. There is a weakness in your vision, and that weakness is this person from your past. Again, do you love them for who they are or for who you believe them to be? Do you think about what could happen between the two of you based on what has already happened or based on words, daydreams? This is someone, I guess, kind of working towards, I don't want to feel guilty about choosing myself or being happy with someone else when you didn't really put forth that effort. We're separated or things aren't working out because you created illusions or you didn't really want to be honest. So forgive yourself. This is the Wild Reflections Tarot. Hello, Linnea Kia. How are you doing? What else do we have? Three of Cups and the Eight of Cups in the reverse. Six of Cups. Heavy water energy. This is Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio energy, but also that's about emotions, right? So there's somebody else who's entered the chat. There's somebody else that you're interested in, a new love, and that's when somebody else comes back around, or the thoughts of what could potentially happen with this person from your past comes back around. So again, are you choosing the 3D, what's live and real right in front of you, or a daydream, something that hasn't necessarily come to fruition or made it into real life? We have the Empress in the reverse, Temperance, and the Four of Cups. So if you didn't do right by your healing, if you are still dealing with some toxicity, if you weren't able to communicate your feelings to me, even though I feel like I'm still hung up on you or I still really want to know how things would have gone, I have to be able to forgive myself for letting go and moving on because you didn't demonstrate that or come through before someone else was able to show that they could offer me something real. So the Four of Cups is rejection, right? The Four of Cups, see that hand extending from the skies? This is that blessing, that person who is on your level. You have to reject something else before you get that. Knight of Swords. Six of Wands and the Six of Swords. This is fast-moving energy, and I do feel like this is the Empress saying, I know what's real, and I know that would make me happy, so I'm going to go where it makes sense for me. I'm going to listen to my intuition, and it tells me that this new love interest is the right person for me. The World, the end of an old chapter and the beginning of a new chapter. Devil in the reverse, letting go of an obsession, letting go of something that has held you back, letting go of this fear or this sense that you belong to that person who hasn't put forth that energy or that effort. Seven of Swords in the reverse and the Four of Pentacles in the reverse. Some of you feel like it's important to communicate that you're letting go, that connection from your past. Maybe it's as simple as writing someone a letter or sending them a text message or even blocking them. But I do feel like that even if it's just a symbol for you to know this is when I let somebody go, that might be really helpful for you. We have the Hanged Man in the reverse and the Lovers in the reverse. Because you refused to change, because you were too stuck in your ways or you didn't want to be transparent or emotional surrender to those emotions, I can't choose to be with you. Hello, Deborah. How are you doing? All right, let's get a few from the Overthinkers Oracle. What else do we have? I'm sorry I broke your heart. Unfaithful cheater. Hiding my emotions and feelings for you. And hidden pregnancy. This person was very secretive. This person may have said a lot of things and then not followed through on it. There was some other, like a third party situation they didn't want to talk to you about. They were very secretive about this other connection. Those cards follow me around, you guys. We got the twin flame. There's a lot of twin flame energy going around right now. A lot of people have reached that point where it's, you know, ish or get off the pot. Sorry to be like crass, but you know why I'm laughing, don't you? This is decision time. Have you done your homework? Have you figured out what you needed to? Have you been able to come forward and apologize for what you needed to? If you haven't, then this Empress has somebody else coming in that has done their homework, has done that healing, temperance, somebody who is a good match for them or a good mix. And as a result, this twin flame journey, it's like there's a major shift. Possessive, you belong to me, desire to own or dominate. This twin flame, they feel like you are theirs no matter what. So the idea that you would potentially choose someone else is kind of foreign to them, but also inspires a lot of jealous energy. You will probably feel that energy even if they are in a different country. We've got love spell. This person may be looking into whether or not they could put some sort of spell on you because they don't want to lose you to somebody else. Devil energy. They may know somebody who does love spells, or they may have already done some themselves, but they do feel like they have to get a little creative to avoid losing you. I'm sorry I let you down, and I wasn't who you expected me to be. Please don't go. Wait for me. They haven't really done enough to get to the point where they could love you in an honest or healthy way, but they want you to wait for them to figure it out. I'm so sorry. I never should have strung you along. They know they wasted your time. They've procrastinated or been stubborn. Remember, we had Hanged Man in the reverse. That's somebody who refuses to change the way they think about a situation or the way they act. We've got player energy, so they may have an issue in terms of committing. I keep thinking about the first time we made love. I wish I could go back in time. I would have treated you better. Lots of regrets. Wishing that they could do something different, but not a lot of action. They need to actually make changes, right? Show that they've learned that. I miss how our relationship used to be. Let's see. This is the Gypsy Oracle. Hello, Pharaoh. How are you doing? Hello, Shu. How's it going? What else do we have? Consolation in the reverse. Scholar. And young woman. So there are people who view you as very wise for your age, or maybe even since you were like a child, people have said that you were like an old soul. But I do feel like, not to like make you get a big head or anything, but I do feel like you're the one who got away for a lot of people. With the constellation in the reverse, there are people who see you as kind of like the standard, right? People are compared to you, and there's no one like you. But again, there's something here about you having a particularly wise approach to your life. You stick out. You're different. You're unique. You understand things in a different way. We've got gift in the reverse and melancholy. Okay, I feel like I'm going to totally ruin these lyrics. It's Saint Vincent, Los Angeles, I think. How can anyone lose you without losing their mind? Something along that. This is like when people really get to know you, whoever resonates with this Empress like star energy, when they lose you, it probably sends them for a little bit of a curveball, because they don't really know how to replace an energy like the Empress. The Empress is not an easy energy to embody. So I do feel like you're kind of a heartbreaker. And maybe that's why this person over here, the person from your past, thought that they could get away with player energy. Maybe they thought you were a player. They know that there are a lot of people who want you. I think that's part of what they like about you, to be honest. But they have this non-committal energy, and you knew you deserve better than that, right? So we've got this faux card. I feel like there's somebody who was specifically trying to compete with you. And it could be another love interest of this person from your past. But with this child card, remember at the beginning we had the little girl. This is about a new beginning or innocence, right? There's somebody that enters your life who is embodying a different energy. They are not looking to hide who they are or what they want. We have constancy. There's someone that you're able to trust or rely upon. So it gets you to question whether or not it's worth waiting for this person to figure things out. We have Doctor in the reverse, or if it's time to admit that this person has kind of like missed the boat in terms of being able to heal what they needed to heal, and therefore they've missed the boat on being able to claim you as their blessing. We have Fortune in the reverse. All right, this is the truth is. Hello, Miguel. How are you doing? Thank you, first time. What else do we have? Double life, partner engaged in secret behaviors or relationships. This person from your past had issues being committed, right? Unfaithful cheater. They're also wearing a mask, or they still are. They're pretending to be what you'd like in a partner, knowing full well that they aren't. And then we have Love Magician. You have the power to transform this connection and distance. Physical or emotional distance is hurting this connection. So the first two cards are about the person from your past. And whoever resonates with the Empress, this next pair is about this new love interest for you. You have the ability to transform what you have almost rejected. You've almost pushed this person away and been like, I don't think so. There's emotional distance here. This person's starting to question, are you really interested in me? Are you assuming the worst of me? Have you like heard something, or are you like dating someone else? You need to have a conversation with this new love interest. And once you do, you'll see that there's a lot to be said about this connection, and that it is a different experience from this person in your past who is distrustworthy, untrustworthy, whichever one it is. Who's that one? All right, I'm going to leave it there. I love you all. Thank you for the likes and the subscribes. I sure do appreciate you. I will see you on the next reading. Toodles.